What year is your laptop from, Martino? Come on, get it together, dude.
Like 330 million people in America, and I'd say all except for Martino have figured out how to run Zoom at this point.
For so long, until I had to actually host today, for so long now, I've just not had a Zoom account. I've been joining meetings left and right. It doesn't need any information from you. You don't need to download anything. And yet he's just like, let me reboot this one more time. Oh,
Hey!
Andy Martino, he's live and with us. Hey.
Wow.
Your audio is not working.
And your audio is not working. Great.
Hey everybody, welcome to another living room edition of Baseball Night in New York. It's brought to you by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers, Steve Gelbs, Anthony Recker, Andy Martino. It was a lot of effort getting Andy Martino in on this Zoom recording, but he's here. That's all we can say. He's here.
May I say in my own defense that I followed the instructions. I need to download Zoom on this SNY issued laptop, and I'm really catching a lot of flack for things that were beyond my control.
Because, let me add, you don't need to download Zoom. I haven't downloaded Zoom.
This thing made me. It wouldn't open. What do you want from me? I probably did something wrong.
Okay, look at the time. Let's go. We're doing the lineup card today. I'm sorry I don't have the physical lineup card in front of me, but this just always delivers on the entertainment. So let's get this started. And Andy, we'll begin with you. You know, since it took you so long to get here, you have to go first. So 1 through 9, pick a number.
I think I've earned the 8-hole today, which is the least desirable lineup position.
Especially, in the National League. How many different pairs of pants have you worn in the past 7 days?
Including pajama pants?
That's a pair of pants.
Okay. Hey, look, smarty pants. I was just trying to clarify the question.
Is that a pun intended? Smarty pants?
2 pairs of workout, like gym shorts in rotation. 2 pairs of flannel pants, pajama pants, and 2 jeans in rotation. So what's that? 6.
6 pairs of pants.
Yeah.
Jeans.
Yeah.
Wow.
I've seen recently there's been this tweet circulating that jeans are hard pants. Like in this, you call it hard and soft pants. Jeans being
I think
hard
it's
pants.
actually important for mental health to get dressed most days. That you feel a bit more like, officially human.
All right, Anthony, 1 through 9, not 8.
Not 8. I'll take, let's go with 2.
2. Most impressive outfield arm you have ever seen?
Oh, gosh. I'd have to go, I think I have to go Yoenis Cespedes. I mean, just incredible arm. And I'm talking in person. I've seen highlights. I've actually played against Ichiro, but I never really saw him unleash one. But I've seen Cespedes do it multiple times. Just an absolute cannon from the outfield. And then if we're just going to go, I'll kind of make a little extra thing here. If we're going actual, the ability to throw guys out and be on point, there'd be a tie between Josh Reddick and actually Juan Lagares, especially circa 13.
Steve.
7.
7. Which Yankee is poised for the biggest leap in 2020?
Yankee is poised for the biggest leap in 2020. My beat, the New York Yankees. I'm glad you asked me this question.
Yeah, look, you get what you get.
Welcome to BNNY, buddy.
I would go with, this is kind of weird to say, but I feel like Gary Sanchez will really put it together. I think we've seen flashes from Gary Sanchez and what his potential is, and I think that this season is going to be the year that he puts that all together and has a consistent year. There's my explanation.
I like it. Perfectly acceptable. Andy?
Leadoff.
Which version of the Mets uniform is best?
I tell you which one is worst is the black one. I have very strong feelings about the black jersey. It's like this ugly thing they used for a number of years. We finally got rid of it. The jerseys are beautiful now. So the answer to your question is probably just the traditional home pinstripe with the blue hat and the orange NY. It's beautiful. And for some reason, there's this early retro urge happening. Usually you have to wait 20 years for ugly things to come back. People are talking about the black one now, when the ones they're wearing now are some of the best they've ever had.
What's fascinating is the black uniforms are so polarizing that there's a lot of Mets fans that agree with you and hated the black uniforms, but nostalgia's starting to creep in. I always liked them. Steve, I know didn't you talk to JD and Dom about this? They're pro.
Yeah, we talked to JD and Dom about this. They are not just pro, they say it's obvious it's got to happen. And that seems to be the push from the fun young core on this team.
Anthony.
Yes. So what would we get? We've had 1, 2, 8, and
7.
7.
Doesn't matter. I'll just go with, let's go with 5.
5. When growing up, whose swing did you try to emulate?
Imitate. I tried to imitate.
I thought that too.
I tried to emulate.
Did I
Mark
combine both of those words?
I think you did. Imitate and emulate, and you made it all one word.
Well,
it worked. I got it.
I wanted to include both in the question, so actually it works just to make them one word.
I was a big Mark McGwire fan. I was actually an Oakland A's fan growing up, even though I was in Pennsylvania. And turns out, funny enough, I'm so anti-PEDs, and then sure enough, that was my guy growing up for some reason.
Emulate, Mark McGwire's swing. Steve?
No one did cleanup yet, right?
No.
Let's go 4.
Okay. Would you rather eat breakfast or dinner for every meal?
Dinner. I hate breakfast. I hate
Wow.
breakfast. And I've never understood. Yep. I've never understood these breakfast for dinner people, which I know there are a lot of people out there. Reck, you're a breakfast for dinner person?
I had breakfast as part of my buffet at my wedding. That's how big breakfast is for me and my wife.
I like that.
That was part of our dinner course.
I have the same breakfast every single day, and it's boring.
That's why you don't like breakfast.
Here comes
Change it
the
up.
celery
Come on,
juice.
Gelbs, get
Celery
creative.
juice PSA.
And an apple.
Andy.
Is 9 taken?
No.
So in honor of Anthony Recker as American League days, because Anthony was giving me a hard time about Zoom, I choose the 9 hole, which is what
Is that a shot at where Anthony Recker used to bat in the lineup?
Oh, it is.
Just to clarify?
Yeah, it is. Absolutely. It's fine.
What condiment could you not live without?
Whew. I mean, a lot of sandwiches would be awfully dry without mayonnaise. So let's go.
I hate mayo. Grosses me out.
Me too.
It is gross. It tastes good. But when you go to like a deli and you see it in a big tub, I will agree that's a little much.
It is. Okay, so we have 6 and 3 left.
I'll go with
Anthony,
3.
You're going with 3? What's your favorite TV show of all time?
Friends. Bar none, without a doubt. I just grew up with it, loved it, and I don't really watch it much anymore, obviously, but it's still on. It's a part of some streaming things and everything now, so still probably my favorite show of all time. I don't watch as much TV anymore, so.
It's on cable every night. I've been reliably going to whatever channel has it on, and sometimes fall asleep to it. Steve, you're left with 6. What was the first sporting event that made you cry?
I'll actually tell you exactly the first sporting event that made me cry. When the Rangers in 1992, I was 5 years old, lost to the Pittsburgh Penguins in the second round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. My dad always tells the story that he knew for the first time that he was in trouble and that I was an obsessive fan. When I was hysterically crying as a 5-year-old on the couch and I would not move, and my dad had to bend over, and I rolled like a dead person into his arms and just was like lying in his arms crying hysterically because of the Rangers losing. So I know precisely the first sporting event that made me cry.
It's so much more sad when you're a kid because you're so emotional about it, A, but B, you think that the players feel the same way you do. In reality, they don't. They're not nearly as crestfallen.
That is not. I've seen Anthony Recker firsthand cry like that on numerous occasions after the loss.
Is that true, Anthony? Can you confirm that you were a big?
I can neither confirm nor deny what Steve is saying out here.
Okay, guys, the lineup card always delivers, always entertaining. We appreciate it. This Friday edition of Baseball Night in New York, Living Room Edition, brought to you by your Tri-State Cadillac dealers. Steve Gelbs, Anthony Recker, Andy Martino, and his blow-up honey maid that's somehow like a pillow, even though it looks like a box. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend. We'll see you Monday.
Change your pants, Martino.
See ya.
I do it a lot, apparently.